Hello, my name is Andrew Bergeson. I'm owner and roaster of Windmill Coffee.
I'm Rob Pearson. I'm the roaster of Windmill Coffee.
Windmill Coffee is located in Ames, Iowa. We're just 2 miles away from Iowa State University, which makes up, a good chunk of the population. I've grown up in coffee with Bergies. My folks started Bergies in the early 90s. I'm in a coffee cart up at the North Grand Mall. Over the years, working and developing the concept, we built our first cafe in South Ames. At about 2000, we started roasting for ourselves. And then finally, when we started roasting, had a desire and interest in learning that.
I started in coffee in high school, similar to Andrew. It's been 99, I think, is when I started making lattes and stuff. Worked in coffee in Iowa for a while, and then after college, went to California and worked for a company in Sacramento called Chocolate Fish. And that was really like my introduction to specialty coffee. Jumped in with Augie's in 2010. They were one cafe, they weren't roasting for themselves. Worked really closely with the owner, got to see that company grow from that one cafe, not roasting for themselves, to coffee roasting, retailer, and then on to wholesale warehouse.
Pretty quickly, we realized there was a market for wholesale. We started in 2017. We had established a brand and names around our retail coffee shops. And we had just a long conversation about the decoupling of Bergies and the roasting side of that. It just became clear that having a separate identity, a totally separate business model, was the best way for us to pursue quality.
I think what makes our coffee taste good is that it's fresh, that it's ethically sourced, that we're humble, that we're hungry to learn more.
The deeper you get into coffee, the more you realize that there is no best coffee. It's all relative to when you try it, how you try it, who's brewing it. And so what we're trying to do is control as many of those variables as possible. So whether it's making sure you're using the right brew recipe at your restaurant, or making sure that you're not letting coffee sit for too long, or making sure that when we roast, we're roasting and then we're getting it to you quickly. The more we can control those things, I think that helps us create a overall better coffee. One thing Rob's really brought to the table is just great communication with our resources. I think the best coffee roasters in the world are the ones that are finding the best coffees. And that's something that we're really working hard to do, is to create as many relationships at origin, export, import, at all different levels, so that when people have great coffee, that they come to us.
And it's 2020, so Instagram's important. It wasn't like coffee farmers were sending you DMs, but they are now. We never say no to a sample, whether it's a tiny farmer or a massive, global exporter. We want to see samples. We want to look at quality. We want to taste the coffee. And so it's being responsive. It's every phone call, every email, every direct message, being prompt and courteous and thoughtful. Like he said, it's all about the beans. I can't turn a bad coffee into good coffee with the coffee roaster. It's not possible. Really, the only thing I can do is take a really good coffee and hopefully maintain it being really good.
With windmills being a renewable resource, we really saw our role as a sustainable partner that kind of reflected that same nuance. And specialty coffee, like I said earlier, it's complex, especially with kind of that second wave Starbucks model. There's a whole lot of people that just got really scared of specialty coffee. We can make that connection for them and make it so simple that it is a lot more fun and approachable. I'm seeing lots of people come into specialty coffee that didn't feel like there was a space for them there before.
We moved into this new space with the hopes of we can be a place where if someone in the coffee community needs something, they can turn to us. I think part of being a coffee roaster is always questioning if you are good or not. Is the coffee good? Did I do it right? Did I hit all my cues? We cup everything after we roast it. So, I feel like I'm a good roaster when the coffee tastes the same week in and week out. Through being a barista and then in management and then a trainer and being a green buyer or a roaster, through all those different levels, there's still a community in coffee, especially at small scale, at local, at mom and pop homes. It's everywhere. It's great.
We're proud to work with Lokoly and their coffee club to provide awesome coffee and an awesome experience around it.
Annie Ruth's Coffee, Loma La Gloria, will be our exclusive for Lokoly. So this year we brought in her natural and honey. And so the idea will be to put together an exclusive blend for Lokoly of those two coffees blended together at 50-50. That won't be something that we're going to offer anywhere else. We're very excited about it. We've had the pre-shipment samples. It's going to be exquisite. We're super happy to work with Lokoly and their coffee club. provide you all with excellent coffee. And thank you.